I originally got into off-road racing by my dad introducing it to me. He always told me whenever you go off and do whatever you're gonna do, racing will be here for you.
I think it was about 2 years ago. I put him in the co-dog seat and we just started racing. And honestly, after the first 2 races, I made a deal with him and I said, I'll tell you what, I'll drive until I get a flat tire. And when I get a flat, I'll get out, change it. You drive until you get a flat and then I get to drive again. And just the time that we've gotten to spend together is unbelievable. If I can have Austin excel and be a champion, that's all I want. As far as racing goes, I'm finished. I think that I have a lot of knowledge and I just want to share that with him. And I want to support him, and it is the time of my life.
We'd be sitting there and go through a crazy section or be going really fast through something we shouldn't have been going that fast through, and we just look at each other and start laughing. We just have the greatest times. As a lot of people know, Jones is a little bit particular about his co-driver, and that was a little bit of a pressure, knowing that there's so much to learn, but with time it came. In 2017, I rode with him all year and I was his navigator, so I really learned a lot of race experience there. In 2018, I drove the trophy truck spec and I already was pretty well prepared.
Austin and I, we've always just had kind of your typical father-son relationship, and I never really thought that anything like this would happen. You always wonder whether or not your children are going to be really good at something, and to see him evolve and become a racer. He's won the Baja 500, he's won the Baja 1000 in his first year. 6100 championship, and just to see all that coming out is just, I can't begin to tell you how proud I am of him. It's definitely better than winning it myself. Yeah, I would prefer to see him win.
Prepping my own car and working on my cars and things like that in-house gives me an advantage when I'm out there, because when it doesn't go exactly how it's supposed to, you can start to diagnose it without even getting out of the car. Up until we won the Baja 500, it was always kind of a dream, And then once we won the 500, that really was like, whoa, we're not trying to do this, we can do this. We're out there to have a good time, but we're out there to win and have a good time. When you can combine those two aspects, the winning aspect and the hard work aspect, with the fun and all the enjoyment that we get out of it, and me doing it with my dad and me doing it with all my buddies and spending so much good times down in Mexico, that really is what I love about off-road racing, is that we can bring it all together and we can be successful. I've always ran BFGs on all of our race cars. My dad has always ran BFG. They really hook up through everything, any type of terrain that we race through. The KR3s, the BFG tires are perfect, and they always push us through and get us through wherever we need. You're putting a lot of trust into the tires in our type of racing, so we definitely need to have the best kind that you possibly can. And I think that a lot of our success is because we're not always knocking off tires like a lot of people are.
And one of the things that we get with BFG, I believe it's a competitive edge. They do a lot of research and development. They're never happy with the tire. They could have developed a KR2, been happy with that. It was a perfectly good tire. They were winning races. Rather than just be happy with that, they put their engineers to work and they've come up with this new tire. The new tire definitely has better handling characteristics, better traction. It's just an all-around better tire. It used to be the tires, you look at a rock kind of and you would get a sidewall flat. And today we can bang our way through rocks, and the tires are going from only having about 120 miles worth of life in them, and today with proper management, get the tires to go 300 miles. So to see them be able to do a 200% improvement is really unbelievable.
As far as the Mint 400 goes, I rode in 2017 with my dad. We qualified top 10. I've always wanted to win the Mint. I think that that's the coolest race that there is in America, the most prestigious one by far. So to get a win at that event would be awesome. It'd be really, really cool, and we're gonna do everything we possibly can to go for it this year.